We are live. Yes.
Okay. Hello all and a very good evening to each one of you. Before I welcome you all officially, I'm going to talk about a short and simple story because everything need a warm-up exercise. Today we have two great speakers, so I want our full-on attention on them. So this is a story to just look inside of each one of us. This story has started in a movie theater. A bunch of people came to watch a movie. Immediately, there came a title over there. Before we start the original movie, which we have taken the ticket, we are going to show you a 9-minute award-winning short story. Everyone was so excited. We all are like that, yeah. When we get an unexpected gift or when we get something for free, we all are happy. So all the people over were very happy, and the movie started. 3, 2, 1, and immediately the camera angle was on a ceiling. The people waited. Everyone was still excited to see what's that 9-minute award winning short story. Everyone waited over there. 1 minute passed, 2 minutes passed, 3 minutes passed. The people slightly started getting distracted. Like, why it's already 3 minutes, and they have said that it's a 9-minute short movie, and we have already passed 3 minutes. Nothing is showing on the screen. It's only the ceiling. Again, 4 minutes passed, 5 minutes passed. Then literally they all started getting angry. They started questioning the authorities over there. Suddenly, after a 7 minute, the camera angle went down to an hospital bed. There was a patient who was bedridden, and he has diagnosed with stroke, and his lifelong that patient will be on the bed because his all body was paralyzed. And at the end, the story ended like this. See how grateful we are. There are people in this world who has only one vision in their life, that they have to watch the ceiling for rest of their life. And we have to see how grateful we are in each morning. Every morning when we wake up, we have to have that gratitude towards the God, that yes, God, you have blessed me this with this beautiful day. Let me make this day productive. And one of the methods to make this day productive is reading. We all know the benefits of reading. It's an important thing in our life. It is a brain exercising. It helps in brain exercising. It helps us to improve in our life. It helps us to broaden our vision. It's important for the cognitive and mental stimulation. There are unlimited benefits for reading. Yes, this is what we want to make your day productive, to have a great and better vision in your life. Reading is really, really important. And we all come up with an unexpected situation in our life, that is the COVID-19, and we couldn't go outside, we couldn't meet people. At that time, some pillars, I have to say, some pillars have brought this concept into action. That is the empowerment talk, e-bookery. They have wide variety of wings, and now we are on the English club and on chapter 15. I hope now everyone who is present here just take a few seconds to count our blessing. We should only look on what is our blessing, and we forget on what is missing on us, and make our day beautiful. And today, this 1 hour session is going to be most beautiful memory for you, because lovely two speakers are joining with us. So let's welcome each one of you to the Empowerment Talks e-bookery show, 15th chapter of English. So to welcome our speakers, I invite Mr. Anil Thomas to give that introduction, because he is the one who is going to introduce these two speakers with you. So I welcome Anil sir. Anil sir, please welcome.
Thank you, Shabida. Thank you, and good evening to all. Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have two great individuals joining us on this day from different parts of the world. Linda Mary Mira joining from the United States. Those who don't know Linda, Linda runs One Shared Humanity. One Shared Humanity is a movement committed to creating a world that fits for everyone. She believes in action beyond social media presence. One Shared Humanity is committed to transforming the world. Let me put it in Linda's own words: one life at a time, one heart at a time. Linda has agreed to review the book Left to Tell, authored by Immaculée Libigeza. Uh, Born in 1972 as a Rwandan American author and motivational speaker, her first book, Left to Tell, Discovering God Midst of Rwandan Holocaust, is an autobiographical work detailing how she survived during the genocide. It's a powerful story. I think Linga Mary is the right person to unfold such a compelling story. Uh, Welcome, Linda, onto eBookery platform. Welcome.
Thank you so much. And
Welcome.
the first thing I want to say is I'm honored to be here. I'm very excited to share this book with you. So I'm going to start by saying the journey through hardship is oftentimes more important than what's on the other side of that adversity. It's a journey into yourself that can have you find out who you really are and what you're really made of. There are just a few of those inspirational lessons that I've learned from this book, Left to Tell by Immaculée Ilibagiza. Immaculée Ilibagiza is one author that changed my life when she told the true story of what played out in the year 1994 in Rwanda. Now, Rwanda is just a tiny little country in Central Africa. And the people that lived there, the primary people that lived there, come from two lineages, the Hutus and the Tutsis, both of them with dark skin. Now, historically, the colonialists favored the Tutsis, and they referred to them and believed them to be racially superior to the Hutus. Over the course of history, Tutsi supremacy grew, leaving the Hutu disenfranchised in society. In 1935, they even implemented identity cards that everyone had to carry, and on it, it would indicate whether you were of Hutu descent or Tutsi descent. The anti-Tutsi government leaders exploited the fear of the general population over Tutsis. It became known as Hutu power. Hutus who married Tutsis were seen as disloyal and traitors. Immaculée Ilibagiza in 1994 was a young girl in college. Every morning she would wake up to hear this propaganda on the radio. She never really worried about it though. She was a smart girl and she knew everyone in that country was smart. And the things that came over the radio sounded juvenile and so ridiculous that she knew nobody would listen. Things like, these Tutsi cockroaches are out to kill us. We Hutus must act first. We must exterminate them. We are not safe until all of the Tutsi cockroaches are dead. Hutu power, Hutu power. Over the radio. She decided in early April to go visit her parents until all of this foolishness settled down a bit. On April 6, 1994, an airplane carrying the Rwandan president was shut down as he returned to Kigali. Immediately, the propaganda on the radio pointed at the Tutsis. They killed him, and they called the population to action. The genocide and the killing began the following day. Checkpoints were set up, and ID cards were asked for. If you were a Tutsi, your head was chopped off immediately on the spot. If you were a Hutu and you didn't have your card and they suspected you might be a Tutsi, you were immediately killed. They pressured and recruited normal civilians to take up machetes, which is something that was used in everyday life for cutting corn and for the other production type of activities that were in Rwanda. They called on them to rise up with their machetes and kill their neighbors. Hutu and Tutsi children had played together. They had become married. They were next door neighbors. They lived side by side in their villages, and the families all knew each other. That made it easy to create lists of all of the Tutsis in the country and where they lived. Through the propaganda of hate, the Hutu had been taught to regard their neighbors as dangerous. And they rose up and killed their neighbors with machetes. They also were under duress. The government, run by the Hutus now, was saying, if you don't, we're going to call you a sympathizer, and your name is going to go on the list. Within the first 2 weeks, 2 million refugees fled the country. Over the course of the next 100 days, over 1 million Tutsis were slaughtered. Men, women, children, at a rate 5 times the rate of the German Nazi Holocaust. The goal was to kill every Tutsi living in Rwanda, eliminate Tutsi men, women, and children, erase any memory of their existence. A true genocide. By the time Immaculée got home, it was just the beginning. It was about a week in, and they hadn't reached the village where they lived yet. But eventually they started hearing of gangs of Hutus roaming the street. They couldn't believe it would actually happen where they lived, because these were their friends and their neighbors. But it wasn't long before she and her 3 brothers and her parents could hear screaming in the streets. They could see fires far away where homes were being burned to the ground. And as her Tutsi neighbors were coming out of their houses that were burning, they were immediately executed. Her father told her to go quickly to the local pastor's house, because through all of the civil wars that had ever happened in Rwanda, churches were sacrosanct. If you were in a church, there was no killing that could happen. They had been a safe place. He hoped that she would be safe there. She knocked on the pastor's door and came in, and there were other Tutsis there as well. They all stayed quiet, but the gangs came. And he eventually realized that he would not be able to keep the people in his house safe, or he feared that he would himself be killed as a Hutu pastor harboring Tutsis. It was time to hide. The pastor had all the men in the house leave, but the women he ushered into a small bathroom that he had just installed in his bedroom. Nobody knew about it. It had been a recent renovation. It was a room that was 3 feet by 4 feet. Now I want you to think about that. 3 feet by 4 feet. 8 women, 8 full-grown women entered that room, which also housed a toilet and a sink. He shut the door and pushed a big cabinet over the door so that it couldn't be seen. And there, 8 women in a bathroom, 3 feet by 4 feet, lived in fear for 100 days. I want you to picture it. The only way they could sit was to put their backs against the wall and slide down. And then the smaller women would lay on top of them. They had to remain silent. They never spoke. These women who didn't even know each other learned to use symbols and signs to communicate. Over the course of the 100 days, the pastor's 10 children had returned home. He didn't breathe a word of the hiding women. He knew that it would only take one of his children that would whisper it or mention it to a neighbor before the gangs would come. But it didn't matter, because the gangs came anyway. They heard rumors that the last time these women were seen was at the pastor's house. They didn't believe him when he said he had turned them away. They came and ransacked his house on a regular basis over those 100 days. But for some reason, they never thought to look behind the huge wardrobe cabinet that covered that door. He would bring the women food in the middle of the night, maybe 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, scraps from his children's plates at dinner, because he didn't want to arise any suspicion by bringing extra food in the house. They weren't able to shower, and they were starving. When Immaculée went into that room, she weighed 124 pounds. When she came out, she weighed 68 pounds. They could hear the killing outside the bathroom window, the screams of their neighbors, the horror of what was going on. The only thing else they could hear was the radio that played in the pastor's bedroom, which he kept on for the news. They heard that there was help on the way. They hoped it would be any day. English-speaking soldiers were moving in, and they prayed that they would find them before the civilians, gangs roaming the streets found them. One day outside the window, Immaculée even heard her best friend growing up, her childhood friend, talking about Immaculée, saying, we need to find her, we need to kill her. We have killed every other member of her family, slaughtered them. We need to find Immaculée. Imagine what that feels like, your best friend. Eventually, the French, English speaking, and the French came in, and they were able to leave that bathroom and find safety in a camp. Now, why was I inspired by this book? It wasn't written by a big-time motivational speaker. It wasn't written about how to think and grow rich. It was written by a young girl who survived a genocide. What's so inspirational about that? What inspired me is not that she survived, but how she survived. In that 3 by 4 foot prison for 100 days, she found sanctuary and peace within herself. She prayed and meditated every minute that she was awake. She turned herself inside to her own sanctuary. She spent hours contemplating one word at a time. She spent days contemplating the words faith, surrender, hope, forgiveness. When the genocide was over, she had actually taught herself English in that bathroom. She knew it would be important for her to tell her story. And she asked the pastor if he would deliver to her a French-English dictionary and a book in English. She translated that entire book and taught herself English in the silence of that room. She got a job with the UN. And at some point, they told her they had identified the man who led the gangs that killed her family, and they took her to the prison where he was held. She immediately recognized him as a businessman in the town she grew up in. She was friends with his children. She knew this man personally. Now he was in prison, accused of leading the gangs that murdered thousands of her family members and her friends. The man who ran the prison said, "What do you have to say to this murderer?" She had 3 words: "I forgive you." Think about that. The man that had murdered her entire family in the most brutal ways. When I read that, I was stunned. I fell to my knees by the grace she offered this murderer who had taken everything from her. The head of the prison was actually upset with her. How can you forgive him after what he's done to you and to your family? Her answer: forgiveness is all that I have left. Friends, adversity can either break us or it can break our hearts wide open. The choice is ours. Adversity can bring us to our knees where we never get back up. Or it can give us wings that we allow us to soar to places we've never dreamed we would go. The choice is ours. Adversity can turn our hearts to cold stone. Or it can be the spark that creates an ember and a fire of who we really are in the world, our true selves. Immaculée Ilibagiza is, for me, the purest example of who we can all truly be. who I surely want to be. The choice is ours. And I'm going to leave you with a poem that I wrote that was inspired by this book. There is no more important future than this day. The future that is tomorrow will be the fruit, for better or worse, of many choices made this day. This day may be a difficult one for you. It may involve choices that are hard choices, choices that will make you vulnerable to pain, to being wrong, to entering uncharted territory. To enter into life is to mingle with others who need love, and there are no blueprints for that, just the living of a day and the giving to it of a heart that loves, trusts, and hopes. How else are we to truly live but to enter this day with hopeful and giving hearts so as to become vulnerable to its promise? We cannot give to next week. We cannot give to next month. We cannot give to next year, for we do not know if they are ours. We can only give to this day. Let us choose to live it with love. Blessings to you.
Thank you so much, Linda. It was an awesome session. Actually, it has directly gone into our hearts. It was really awesome. And for talking about this, I welcome Ankit. Ankit wants to share something about this.
Good.
Yeah, Ankit, unmuted.
Hi, Linda. Good evening to you, or good evening from India.
Good
It's an
evening.
amazing way you brought about the book. It was as if we are actually seeing you enact the book in reality. So you did a lot of justice to the author and the story that she wanted to convey. I'm at loss of words. I'm actually having goosebumps. Uh, it's a story which has too many facets to it. It's a reality which has too many facets to it. uh, Somewhere that faith within you, that God lives within us and he's always there. Probably in that 3x4 room, she had feeling that probably God is around and he will protect her till the end, and she would see the light of the day come out of the dark room. That pasture acted as a god, those morsels of food acted as god. uh, those feelings in her, those roommates with her, who were there sharing the space with her for those 100 days. It's an ordeal for someone, but in that ordeal she survived and she was there to tell us all this. So it has shown so many facets of humans. I mean, we can go to extremes and go to kill our neighbors, and we can go to the other extreme where we can risk our own life to save someone whom we don't even know. So amazingly presented. Thank you so much. It's not about the author who was known or not, but it's about something that you wanted to convey and you conveyed it from your heart. We could only really connect with you with what you said. Thank you so much for that justice. And the last words that you left us with, when you said that I don't know where the next minute, week, day, month will be, where I would not be there. uh, that's surely something that everybody should keep in mind, that an act of kindness can start at the next moment, at this very second, and you should not wait for it for tomorrow. But act of doing something bad, that should have a thought and that can wait for tomorrow. If we can have these two thoughts in our life every day.
That's thanks, Ankit, for that. Thanks, Ankit, for the nice what you summarize is you are another storyteller. You are unmuted. You want to say something, Ankit? Still, I thought you finished. I'm sorry for muting you. I didn't mute you, but
I'm sorry, I got muted in between. Thank you so much for taking us through the entire journey. God bless you, and hope you have all the strength in your mission for one heart, one person, and making this a better place. Thank you.
May I say just one thing? If any of you would like to join the movement called One Shared Humanity, all you need to do is go to Facebook and type in One Shared Humanity. And there are 3 questions to answer. And then you can be admitted to the group. So if you'd like to join us, there's going to be content there on our movement to create One Shared Humanity. So I welcome you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ankit. Now I welcome Anil sir to introduce our second speaker. Everyone is waiting for our second speaker. So I welcome Anil sir on board.
Thank you, Shamita. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
No, I'm in a state of shock. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful responses that we could ever have. Yet the steps of forgiving others may be very, very difficult. What a powerful story. And Linda, Mary, you conveyed it in the most powerful way. It was not just a review, your anguish, your concerns for the world. Thank you, Linda, for that wonderful, wonderful session. Now let me go to my second speaker of the day. Pongal Punita, our own Pongal mom. She got a story behind her powerful name, Pongal. Maybe she will share it with us. Who knows? Studies have shown it takes only 21 days for a new habit to take root. If there is a skill you have always wanted to take advantage of, the answer is just 21 days away from you. The book is authored by Louise L. Hay. Pongal Mom is going to unfold the book. Now, about Pongal Mom, what can I say? She is a supremo in the school education and teacher in training, and inspired in positivity and parenting skills. She's got many masters in English and public administration, bachelor in education, and she's got a PhD and the business English certificate from the Cambridge University, teaching knowledge test from Cambridge University. She's a mentor, coach, leadership coach, and she's got many awards in her name: Best Principal Rotary Club Tirunelveli, Best Principal Tata Gold Plus Award, Best Event Coordinator Horlicks Award, Powerful Voice Mini Cine Voice Award, the Inspiration Social Talkies Award, the many awards in her name. Pongal Mom, welcome to eBookery.
Thank you, Anil. Thank you so much. Happy evening, everyone. That was a wonderful introduction. Anil, thank you so much. And thank you, my dear friends here from Empowerment Talks eBookery show. Linda, I was like taken aback with the art of storytelling, like the way basically I'm a teacher. So, the way you narrated really was so amazing. Thank you so much for that. And now, can we all, as a teacher, can we all come on camera? May I have you all on video? Because what we are going to do is, it's just not the book alone. We're going to do some exercises. We're just going to go deep into ourselves. As Anil said, it's going to be the book which about a creation of a habit, which Louis Hay says, 21 days to master affirmations is the book. So I have a lot of exercises where we would like to look into your own eyes. You'll be pinning your own videos, looking into your own eyes, and we'll be talking a lot on that. So if your bandwidth permits, I would like to have as many of you on video so that we get the real experience of it. Yeah. So here we go to my presentation where it is Louis Hay and I'm Pongal Punita. Yes, there is a story behind my name. I was born on the day of Pongal, the festival of Tamil Nadu, the harvest festival of Tamil Nadu, and hence christened as Pongal. You have food items also in the name of Pongal. I love to be called as Pongal than Punita. So that is the story behind my name. I connect myself so much with Louis Hay because as an author, yes, my book is getting launched tomorrow. And as a speaker, I've really established myself as a speaker, a soulful teacher. That's the base of mine, a healer. I heal with my love. And the only thing that I've not explored is being an artist. So this is where I connect so much with Louis Hay. And these are the books that I have read from by Louis Hay, which is You Can Heal Your Life, which is the bestseller. And then Experience Your Good Now, Colors and Numbers, Love Your Body, Affirmations Coloring Book is one of the best again, and Mirror Work. So these are some of our books which I have read already. And now just a start a little of the author. Louis Hay was born on October 8th, 1926 in Los Angeles, California in the US. She died on the 30th of August 2017 and she was 90. She was an author and a speaker, and she wrote the genre of her written work has been on metaphysics, self-help, and motivational. And the best notable work has been You Can Heal Your Life. That's one thing that I would say that none of us should miss reading. And that is her website, which says louishay.com. Now, it's in her own words. What are affirmations? Affirmations are positive statements, inspirational and positive statements we say or think about ourselves. We'll be going more about it today. Saying daily affirmations helps reprogram our negative talk, and also we can manifest our positive thinking and experiences in our lives. With a lot of experience into this, we'll be sharing on whatever we've read through in our book and my experiences also on affirmations. So here, this book has, she has divided it into 21 days, day 1 to day 21. I've just highlighted whatever days which I'm going to work upon, and forgiveness is one of the days. And I'm so happy, like, I was so much able to connect with Linda's words. So here we come in as a first word. She talks about the first day. She gives us a lot of information about what are affirmations. Do you know that every word that you speak is an affirmation? Are we aware that every word has energy and it goes into as affirmations? It's just not the positive words which we sit consciously and repeat. Every word that comes out from you is an affirmation. It's a beginning. So when you start your affirmation, it's a beginning point on the path to change. When you become conscious and you start working on your affirmations, you come to a beginning point for change. Here, when you start your affirmations, what do? You tell your subconscious mind, you start informing your subconscious mind, getting in so deeply that you are taking responsibility. And I am aware there is something to change. Dear friends, I don't want you to take notes. I have the notes with me and I'm sharing the PDF of the book and the notes completely on the chat box when I finish. So I would, because I have a lot of people whom I know. Yes, Lizzie, there is one for you also, because I want you to be here with me because you're going to do a lot of things into ourselves, work upon ourselves. What is the power of affirmation? You keep telling yourself that everything is well, all is well. Yes, we Vijay, some of us Vijay fans, actor Vijay fans of Tamil Nadu, you will know all is well. Everything that goes into yourself, that is, you keep telling that everything is well, all is well, and you can change your life better. The words, like when you have anything for that matter, if you're angry, you are telling that you want more of anger, whatever you tell yourself. So that is the power, your internal dialogue, the self-word, the self-talk that you have. Everything is your energy. So please ensure that you are speaking the right kind of words. Everything is working out for my highest good. Just keep telling that everything that you say is working for your highest good. Believe that. Just don't ever, even for heaven's sake, say that it's something is working against you. No, God doesn't want anything to work against you. So here, Louise A says, everything is working for my highest good. Out of this situation, only good will come. Just imagine this pandemic, the world is so shocked and we are shaken. But what's happening to some of us who want something to be positive here, something positive to be done here? How did we connect from all parts of the world? Would have this been a possibility but for this pandemic? So let us find out, let us derive positivity about from every situation. Thank God that I'm safe. You're safe. All of us are safe. aren't we? Let us have that gratitude. So this is the day 2 of the book. And now moving on to day 3 is self-esteem. So what is self-esteem? What do you think about yourself? Do you feel good about yourself? How many of you, like, I will be share? Yeah, I just want something. I have a question here for all of us, those who are on camera. How many of you feel that you're beautiful or you're handsome? How many of you can accept that you're handsome? May I see your hands raised? Handsome or beautiful? Yeah, quite a lot of hands here. Yes, that's great. You know, that is the main thing that you have to say when you talk about your self-esteem. Accept yourself, approve yourself as you are, whatever you have, like, whatever it is, like, let it be, but approve. Don't have like ifs and buts about yourself. Had this been a little more better, had this curve a little bit, all those. Let us know. Just approve yourself as yourself. Just say, I approve of myself repeatedly. Whenever you get something negative into you, just get into the mirror and look into your eyes. Now, even now, you can pin your own video and look into the eyes and tell yourself that I approve. Affirmations have to be in the first person and also in the present tense. So here you will look into it that we will be talking, all her statements will be only in the first person and will be only in present tense. So here, I approve of myself and I honor who I am. Do we honor? Do we honor ourselves? Do we honor ourselves or do we berate ourselves? What do we do to ourselves? Internally, probably outwardly, we do not tell those things, what we feel about ourselves. But my dear friends, what you feel goes in deeper. So are you doing that? Are you doing that damage to yourself? I deserve all that is good. Do you feel that? These are all self-esteem affirmations. Do you think that you deserve all that is good? Many of us at times, when we just curse ourselves, don't we feel, no, this is not for me, like those are for some special people and I'm not of that kind. Do we say that to ourselves? So please be careful, be mindful of your words. I'm wonderful and I feel great. Are you wonderful? Are you wonderful? Look into your eyes and tell yourself, I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful. Take it so deep into you. Let those words go into every nerve of yours. Every drop of blood should hear that tone of yours. I'm wonderful and I feel great. I'm grateful for my life. Just gratitude. Gratitude is abundance mindset. Are we grateful for everything that we have? Are we complaining? When you're complaining, you don't respect yourself. So be grateful for every little thing that you have. And day 4 is change. What a change in life, isn't it? Today we had a meeting with our mentor who told us that he cannot go to office for the next 6 months, and he has to get, if ever he has to go to his office, he has to get 6 signatures, permission signatures, get to office. He said, just think about those days when you wanted to stay away from office, you had to get 6 signatures, but right now to go to office you need 6 signatures. So what a change, what is it happening in our lives? Are we accepting the changes? What do you think? How do you change your way of thinking? What thoughts do you have about yourself? What thoughts do you have about your life? Like, at times you become self-righteous. I'm right and you're wrong, don't we? And we just don't want to change our mindset. We feel, I'm going the right way. Why should I change? Everything is working out fine. Why should I change? No, let us have that willingness to change, to adapt, to become better in the days to come. I'm willing to change. No, it's like, it might look crazy. Those of us, yes, our 5am club, 5amers and our friends here who have been using affirmation will accept that this, though it looks very simple, it has a lot of power. So let us just keep telling, like, just start it, like, no, as we always, like, as it's my favorite adage goes, fake it to make it. Whether you believe it or not, just keep telling that. Go before the mirror, Look into your eyes. Like mirror exercise is something that Louis Hay always advocates in all our chapters. Like, many of the days if you look in, she has some of the other mirror exercises. I picked up a few, but still, look into your eyes. Like you are telling yourself, you are committing to your own self, telling that I'm willing to change. I'm willing to release all resistance. When you want to change, you don't accept. Some part of you doesn't accept. So here, I'm willing to release all resistance, and I'm open to new and wonderful changes. Are you open? Are we open? Are we open to new things? Are we ready to try out new things? Or would we like to stay in our comfort zone? Are we ready to take risks? Are you ready to get into those uncomfortable zones and work? So, but accept those uncomfortable zones and say, I'm open to new and wonderful changes. I release any limitations based on old negative thoughts. This is another beautiful affirmation because we just get stuck. We have our own limitations. We have our own thoughts. So we just limit ourselves. We just don't spread out our wings to fly. So here you can repeat, I release any limitations based on my earlier negative thoughts. Every change in life can lift me to a new level of understanding. Every change in life can lift me to a new level of understanding what's happening in our life, like as teachers, what's happening in our life, as everyone, like, and every one of us, like working from home, it's with the culture, children learning from home, everything happening from home, just the family. There's a change, like we were just running away from family. Now all of a sudden we were forced to be there with our family alone. You just can't meet anyone else except your family. So every change in life can lift me to a new level of understanding. Has it brought into a new level of understanding? Even if it is not brought, start telling that, and you will see this happening. So here you're going to pick up like whichever areas, as we have discussed in the mastermind group, where we in the wheel of life, what aspect do you want to change? You can pick up those areas and talk about the affirmations, read about that. Whichever, it's just only 88 page books. You need maximum of 2 hours to read the entire book. But even then, I've just taken all the content of what I'm speaking now and given you another 11 pager. You will get a lot of ideas on this. I allow change to occur without resistance or fear. I'm free. Do we resist change? Are we afraid of change? We are afraid, aren't we? Most of the time, getting into a new path, somewhere there is a jitter in us. Are we afraid of that? So accept, give permission. I allow change to occur without resistance or fear, and I'm free. Just tell that you're free. You will be able to experience the energy when you say that you're free. Repeatedly keep telling that you're free, you will see that energy. Now, day 8 is forgiveness. Here, when we come to forgiveness, what is forgiveness? Who should you forgive? Who should you forgive first? First thing is you. Do you forgive yourselves for your mistakes? Do you forgive yourselves? Forget others first. Like, do you forgive yourself? Don't you have that sense of guilt eating you up every moment? First thing is, just understand that all of us do our best to our understanding at that moment. It is not that we willingly or wantonly do something to hurt people. Today, looking back, you might feel that you've done a mistake. But had you had this maturity, then that mistake would not have happened. But then that was the best thing that you could do. So forgive yourself and forgive everyone. And here, I would really love to want you to do this very much stronger. Pin your own videos. Please switch on the videos, pin your own videos, look into your eyes. Look into your eyes. Are you all with me? Yes. Very just relax yourself. Just sit straight, relax, and look into your own eyes. Pin your own videos and look into your own eyes. Yeah, and breathe slowly, relaxedly. Breathe in and breathe out. Very relaxed. Breathe in, breathe out. When you think about someone who has hurt you, do you see some images in front of you? Are you able to get some images immediately? If you can look into your eyes, or you can close your eyes also, but then you just have your video. You should be able to see yourself when you open your eyes. So how many people are coming in front of you when you think about who's hurt you? Tell them, I forgive you. Look into your eyes and tell them, I forgive you. I don't want to get stuck there. I want to move on. So I forgive you. Do this every time. Like we are doing it in our 5am club, but then here, do it every time. You will see the list going on and on. After some time, you will realize how much light you started to feel. So accept your family members. Everyone will come in, your family, your friends, everyone. Just, and another thing is, thank you friends for joining. And now all of you, stop being so hard on yourself. We are so cynical about ourselves, aren't we? You can forgive a similar mistake in others, but you can't forgive a small mistake in you. We become so cynical about ourselves. So forgive you. I forgive you and I set you free. You are free and I am free. When you forgive others, you tell them, I set you free. You are free and I'm also free. Yeah. So I take responsibility for my own life and I'm free. When you forgive, you take responsibility of your own life and you're free. I forgive others and now I create my life in the way I wish it to be. So when you forgive others, that baggage, that clutter is not there, that heaviness is not there. And now you will be able to create your life much better. I'm willing to go beyond my limitations. It's again, you're limited or you're curtailed or your growth is stunned because of your hanging on to those guilt and all those stuck old memories, those hard hurt feelings. So just forgive and say that I'm willing to go beyond my limitations. Now, moving on to the next one, 11. It's on day 11, it's loving yourself. How much do you love yourself? Do you love yourself, first of all? Do you love yourself? How many of us love ourselves? What happens when you love yourself? What is loving yourself, first of all? When you say I love you, I look into your eyes again and tell I love you. When you say that, how does it feel? Doesn't it make you feel good? When you say that, it's like self-approval and self-acceptance is self-love. Do you approve yourself of whatever you do? Or do you accept the things that you do or think? So approve yourself of everything that you do and accept yourself as you are. Believe, believe in yourself, believe in yourself, and do not cut your shape according to somebody else's comments. Do not accept you as it is described by somebody. Somebody calls you a purple pig. Don't think that don't accept that you're a purple pig. Find out who you are. You will just get into finding out who you are. The need for love and being needy for love. When you say needy for love, that you just feel that you're missing something and you want, that's scarcity thinking again. So you just start, you don't love yourself. You want someone else to love yourself. So you just go on begging for love. That is not self-love. That is not loving yourself. Now again, a mirror work where when you have done something unpleasant, you get into the mirror and tell, I love you anyway. Whenever, this is where it goes deeper into us and we feel that we are missing out something. So when something unpleasant happens, tell yourself, I will love you anyway. In spite of this, I love you. And when something wonderful happens, acknowledge and say thank you. If you start telling this to yourself, you will see the love, the self-love so much in you, growing in you. I love you. I really love you. So some of the affirmations, you've got a lot of affirmations I've given you in that, in the notes which I'm giving, but here, this is the only thing. This is more than enough. This, I love you. I really love you, not to someone else, but to yourself. We tell everyone, love you, I love you to everyone. All Tom, Dick and Harry, now it's become so mechanical, you don't Feel it and tell it. Like, you just tell it mechanically, but just feel it and tell it to yourself first. Just tell it to yourself and see what the changes, and accept. I accept you as exactly as you are. Accept yourself as you are. Are we able to accept ourselves? Lydia has a lot of descriptions on this. Please read her book, but then accept yourself as you are. And day 15, when it comes to work, when you think about work, the work gives you the possibility of gives you the worth. Your job, your career gives you the, it gives you, it's a reflection of your self-worth. So when you're able to accept all that, it opens up to all the possibilities. So here we are going to do a visualization. Are you all ready to do a visualization? I'm going to stop share and I'm just going to ask you, yeah, are you all ready for a visualization? Are you? I've taken, how much time do I have? Santosh, do I have taken a lot of time? I just have a few more. Can I have 5 more minutes or 6 more minutes, Santosh? Is it okay?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go ahead, Pankaj.
Yeah. Okay. So now, yeah, please close your eyes. Please close your eyes. We're going to think about what you want in life, what job or what, what business or whatever, what do you want in life? So just close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out, relax yourselves. Okay. I don't have much time, so I'm not going to give you a lot of that exercises, but then relax yourself. Yeah. So what do you want? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be? I'm not talking, we're just going to jump time and we're going to be there. Okay. As you all know, yes, I'm there in the Rashtrapati Bhavan. Similarly, like, where do you want to be there? Just jump in. Just jump in and land there where you want to be. See yourself there. You should be able to see yourself there. See yourself there. What are the sounds that you hear? Are you able to smell something? Hear the sounds, smell it, everything, feel it. Which is the place? What is it happening? Are you getting goosebumps? Just experience. How do you feel? I don't see a smile on your faces. If you are there by now, I should be being able to see some smiles on your faces. If you are there on your dream spot, just go there. Have that broad smile. Santosh, you're visiting my school, Santosh, and I should see a broad smile on your face. Yeah? Okay. So, how do you feel? What is a smile on your face? What is it? What does it tell you? Experience that. Get it deeper into every drop of blood or every nerve of yours. Get that feeling. You will get a real vibration in your body. Are you able to do that? Stay there for some time. A few more seconds. Stay there for a few more seconds. Enjoy. Thank the universe for giving you that place. Say thank you. Thank you, God. Thank everyone. Express gratitude to everyone. And now come back. You can open your eyes. Thank you. Thank you. I saw many of you participating. Thank you so much. So here we say, I always prosper no matter where I am and or what is going on. I always prosper no matter where I am or what is going on. I enjoy the work I do and the people I work with. If you're going to hate your boss, you will never prosper. So don't look at your boss as a person who's just stopping from all your success. You just think about that person who is going to be your launch pad into a bigger thing. Do not look into the face value. You create your own story. Be creative in having your own drama inside. So just to that, I turn every experience into an opportunity. Just work at it. You will see, like, have this thought. Friends, my dear friends, like, I just would like you to have all these statements, like, as whatever comes to your mind, just speak out all these sentences to yourself. I see the best in everyone and they respond in kind. We know that, isn't it? When you see the best in everyone, they also respond in that kind. Everything I touch is a success. Yes, everything that I touch is. Tell it with so much of vigor. Tell it with so much of power in you. Everything I touch is a success. And I'm open and receptive to new avenues of income. Work, income. So next comes money and prosperity. The next day, she talks about money and prosperity. When it comes to money and prosperity, it is poverty thinking versus gratitude thinking. Are you concentrating more on your lack, or are you concentrating more on what you're grateful for? What are you talking about? What are you concentrating upon? What are you focusing upon? So ensure that you're thinking of having it more on your gratitude than on your lack. So here, your prosperity consciousness, how conscious about are you about the prosperity that you have in you? So the flow of money is dependent upon your prosperity consciousness. So be conscious about everything that you have in abundance. When focus on your abundance than your scarcity. Again, the mirror work telling about prosperity, where you say, this is again another, when shortage of time, I'm not going to do this exercise again. I'm open and receptive to all good. Your feelings, what are your feelings about money? How did your parents to ask, what did you learn about money in your childhood? How did your parents handle money? Have these questions in you. How are your finances handled in your family? How do you handle money now? And now, talking about your consciousness about money, do you feel worthy of enjoying money? Do you think that you're worthy to have enough money or abundance of money? Do you have any fear regarding money? If there is a fear, what does that give? What belief does it get into you? And what will happen if you let go of that fear? So ask these questions to yourself. And we have some money affirmations, which I really would love you all to do. Just repeat after me. You're muted. You can really repeat. I'm a magnet for money. I am a magnet for money. Prosperity of every kind is drawn to me. Prosperity of every kind is drawn to me. My income is constantly increasing. My income is constantly increasing. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. I can give you a lot of examples about it. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. My credit rating is getting better all the time. We need this, don't we? My credit rating is getting better all the time. I give myself permission to prosper. I give myself permission to prosper. Repeat. Now, moving on to stress. What gives you the stress? Day 19 is stress. What gives you the stress? When you're not happy with what is happening around you, you get stressed. There's a small word, but we give a big weightage, isn't it? We make mountains about molehills, isn't it? Like a person who doesn't have, there's a story which says, like, I was complaining about the shoes that I had, but when I saw someone who did not have legs, then I thank God for the legs that I had. So aren't we stressed about every small things? Aren't we creating mountains about molehills? So what is carrying you? What is that gives you that stress? And what is your action? Something you do is creating that fear in you. Are you able to find out? Ask these questions within yourselves. And now move on to your affirmations, where it says, I'm a capable person and I can handle anything that comes my way. I'm a capable person and I can handle anything that comes my way. I'm centered and focused. I feel more secure each day. I'm in the process of making positive changes in all areas of life. So tell yourself that you can create your life into a much more peaceful life. You can contain a really prosperous, happy, like a very, very enjoyable life. I have strength to remain calm in the face of change. I have strength to remain calm in the face of change. Now, how do we do like the way forward? So now she's given 20 days, and 21st day she says, how do you move on from here? She talks about a tomato plant. A seed, when it's a tomato seed, we do not know that it can bring in such a plant which can give us so many tomato fruits. So we don't stop it, like, the seed, we don't think that it is not capable of it. We don't stop it there. When it is growing as a plant, though we don't know that it's going to give tomato fruits, we just don't smash it. We don't stomp it and kill it. We say, hey, something has come, let's work on it. Similarly, when you do your affirmations, celebrate every little success that comes your way. Just go do things and enjoy every little thing, every little success. Celebrate every little success that come your way after affirmations. And You don't have to fix problems, fix your thinking. Then the problems fix themselves. Again, this is Louis Hay who says this. So it's a recapitulation. So what are we going to do? You can write affirmation. You can say affirmations loud, express gratitude, take time for relaxation exercises, sitting in meditation or prayer, using visualization and mental imagery. Thank you. And it's my time. Thank you very much. I think I've taken a little extra time. My sincere apologies. Thank you, everyone, for being here with me.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Pankal ma'am. I have to say, I love you before I say I love myself,
Okay.
because it was a phase change in my life. And and the best thing is that I was not supposed to be here today. And it was because of Anil sir I am here today. And this session has taken me to another phase in my life. Thank you so much for that. A lot to learn, a lot to make it practical in our life, so that I hope whoever has present in this session will definitely go into the next level of their life. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
Shamita. Thank you so
and
much.
I have Mr. Major VV Narayanan here to share the insight of this session, because I can see the excitement level on him on each words you were saying. His excitement was going on and on. So I welcome Major VV Narayanan to have an insight on Pongal's ma'am session.
Thank you. That was a wow session, I should say. Pongal ma'am is not only a motivational speaker, she's wise to the ways of the world, she's word wise, and she's also worldly wise.
Oh my God.
Each one of her words were pregnant with meaning, and it had a lasting impact. I always make a beeline wherever and whenever Pongal speaks, and today's program was no exception. As one of those rare members who have never missed any of the Bookery shows right from the day it started, today was a red letter day, I should say, because this had practical applications right from the word go. A lot of people have given a lot of reviews about different books, but this is, you can implement right now. You need not have to wait for tomorrow. It made a profound impact on me. It is, I won't say it is 21 days of affirmation. It is the book for the 21st century. And the last 21 minutes of Pongal were extremely evocative. In fact, I would say that this review was as evocative as it was emotional, and it was as emotional as it was enriching. Very, very powerful words. She never deviated, no right, left, and center. She was only concentrating on the words of power and the power of words. Truly, one of the best reviews I have ever seen in this platform. I not only wish Pongal, but also all our numerous fans across the globe, especially in UAE, all the very best. And may Pongal make a lot of income while making great impact. Thank you, Pongal. And a big thanks to Santosh for having made all this possible. God bless.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Major VV Narayanan, sir. Thank you so much. We have a hand raising by Soma Sajeevan.
Before Somanti starts, I have friends. I have put. I shared the PDF and the notes of whatever I spoke today in the chat box. You can download it
Okay.
and take it. Yeah, the
Thank you
PDF
so
of the
much.
book and the notes.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Sure. Definitely we will do that. Soma Sajeevan is
yeah,
on board.
yeah. Good evening, everybody. And you are awesome. I think you're transformed by what you call hosting her function, Pongal's event. You're a transformed person already. I can see. I think money flows into you too. Pongal, 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 Pongal. Whenever I start talking, she always have a stopper for me. I think she wants me to be more guarded. So anyway, I will be the happiest person because congratulations, awesomeness flowing to her. And we call in Tamil Nadu, which is Pongal means that we have got the sweet Pongal, Sakara Pongal. And Pongal is already proved. She's all sweetness. She's on the abundance and it's 21 days. She has already made a mesmerism. Now I'm wondering why she did not speak about all those things in the most 100 days in the 5 a.m. club. She is waiting for an occasion like this, exclusive for the ebook Bookery show. And she has used the entire her talent and skill to bring her best here today. So I wish Pongal all the 21 days of blessings and the abundance, whatever she wanted. money and wealth and fame and name and books and authorship will flow into her life. And I really
Samaji,
appreciate
Rashtrapati Bhavan. Rashtrapati Bhavan, don't miss
right to the
that.
Rashtrapati Bhavan, finally. And to all the people, after all, I second number, whatever Major Narayan and everybody has spoken is amazing. And even the chat also plenty. And Santosh and team and Anil Thomas for running a show program showcasing, like bringing everybody from Pongal from somewhere in Tamil Nadu, somebody from Europe, and all of the things. I thought whether Pongal is the author of that, the book itself. Amazing. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Thank
much. Thank you so much.
so much, Sajeevan. Thank you. And we have Linda ma'am over here to share her insight about our session. Linda ma'am, I welcome you.
Me? You want me to share?
Yes.
Yes. Well, this is really amazing. I haven't experienced a club like this before or a group like this. And I think I gleaned that you actually work through some kind of workbook. You're on lessons and you're doing various things. And I'm inspired. I really am inspired. And I think I want to take this idea back here to the United States and create something like this, to have this many committed people to bringing these kinds of insights and bringing people in to do book reviews. I also am an avid reader. I have a stack. You have your little slide at the beginning with a stack of books. I have a stack of books like that in the living room right next to where I sit at night, and I read and I read and I read, probably 3 or 4 books a month. There's nothing better than reading, especially during this time. And this time, with everything that's going on in the world, what you're doing, bringing learning to people, having opening people's hearts and minds to different ways of thinking, these affirmations that Pongal just gave, I'm going to get the book. I actually like to have a book. I need to hold it in my hands. I don't do ebook, but I'm going to order it with Amazon because I get it tomorrow. When I get it in one day. Because where I'm at right now, that book is exactly what's next for me. You showed up in my space at the perfect time, and I'm sure it's the same way for everyone on this call. But I'm stunned and amazed by what you've created here. I don't know how you found me and invited me to come, but I'm honored and privileged to be here, and I may even come back and visit.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Linda ma'am. Thank you. And before we move on to the word of thanks, I would request our own Pongal ma'am to speak a few lines about this session.
Actually, I'm so grateful. Actually, it's only my gratitude, especially. Like, I don't have words because this platform, which has helped me to move from one corner of the world, like where I come from, a very small village in Tamil Nadu, and I'm in Chennai right now, but still, from there now reaching globally, it's only because of this empowerment team group. So my sincere gratitude to Faisal, Yash, and here Anil, Santosh, I can't miss him, Jayashri, and my team, my Rai, and my Powerful Phoenix group with masterminds. I just can't, you just can't leave any one of them for that matter. Everyone here has made so much, and the encouragement that I get from this, the vibes that I get from this group, it's been awesome, and you people have taken me to a different level. So much gratitude to every one of you. Love you, and request you all, invite you all for my book launch tomorrow at Empowerment Talks at 8:30 tomorrow. Please join and share our happiness. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pankal ma'am. Such a great personality who had made a huge impact. Even Linda ma'am as well. Today was an amazing session. So let's officially move on to our word of thanks. I invite Mr. Santosh to be here for the vote of thanks. Santosh sir, I welcome you.
Is it only Santosh? There is no sir attached to it. Thank
Okay.
you so much. Thank you so much, Shamida. First of all, doing the amazing hosting. You are a great host. We found a new host in you, and eBooker is really grateful to you. What a day! What a day we had today. I mean, I don't know what to say to these two ladies. Of course, I know Pongal for some time. I had a very brief conversation with Linda, and that was in fact one of the longest conversation we ever had with the speaker. Usually, we do the pep call within 5 minutes or 7 minutes, and yesterday was the longest one. And that was kind of a call we started. So first of all, I thank both of you for coming onto the platform and gracing this platform with two amazing books, two amazing story, and the way Linda started the storytelling. Of course, it's expected from the what I spoke to her yesterday, and the way she did the books and the storytelling and the feelings. There's so much of emotions, and we kind of lived that story. And then came Pongal Madam. Of course, I know Pongal Madam ever since the first day I heard her in the Chennai club, that's Hypnotic Circle Club, and that's how we connected. Then she came on the 5 a.m. club, and then it's part of the kind of a part of my everyday journey. And the story, she again, the way she narrated the whole affirmations into that book and taking us to the practical journey of that book, that was something awesome. We are really blessed, both of you, to hear. And I also thank Faisal and Yash for starting the empowerment talks from where everything else started. We are grateful to you guys all the time. I thank Anil sir for managing the whole platform, the idea of eBookery, he is the one who started the idea of eBookery. And of course, the amazing voluntary team, and not but the least, the audience who come every single day, because there's so many Zoom sessions happening every day, even though there's so many sessions happening, but you people come and still visit the eBookery show every weekend. So that speaks a lot about the quality of the platform, as well as the speakers and the books we review, and of course about your interest in books. So thank you so much, audience. We love to see you again next week. And over back to you, it's Shamita. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Santosh. So, before officially winding up our today's session, I would like to give a insight on our next chapter, chapter 16, which is going to happen on 26th of September 2020. We have two speakers joining with us. Kavranch, she's a poet and she's an educator. And we also have Alfia Sura, the founder and chief strategy officer. The two books,